What's up, guys? Welcome to episode 2 of the Torture God series in EA UFC 3. Now, we won the first fight. If you didn't see it, go check it out because it was an absolute barn burner. It was a phenomenal fight. And now we have to pick our second opponent. Alright, we're on our way to the UFC. We just need a couple more wins, I think, maybe 2 or 3, and we should be getting to the big leagues. Now, we're going to pick, I think, the biggest bum here in terms of stamina because Torture God's stamina is definitely his biggest weakness. His grappling is shit too. So it seems like these guys are both, Pasha and the other Russian are both way better when it comes to grappling and stamina than we are. So we're gonna make sure that Torture God is a little bit protected at least early on. He's gonna go to war, but he's not gonna do anything stupid. You know what I'm saying? So he's gonna schedule his camp. Just for those of you who haven't seen this game, the way it works basically is you can either pick your start off with your basement, or you can waste pretty much all your money to go in a regular gym. But Torture God's gonna start off with his basement. He's gonna basically do a lot of jump roping. He's gonna do a hell of a lot of bike rides around the neighborhood, and he's gonna hope to not get injured, which isn't a guarantee for him. So yeah, it's always interesting with him. So right now you can see you can train, you can promote. And if you actually have a gym, or if you're training at a gym, then you can also learn moves and you can spar. So that's pretty much the extent of what you can do here. I'm not gonna say it's a great system, but it's also not terrible because it doesn't take forever. So and you don't have to physically do the stuff. It can just kind of happens on its own. So everything went well in camp. No injuries. Torture God is very fresh and ready to go. He's ready to just go ahead and mollywash this dude. And I think we can expect them to do so. I mean, they've got relatively similar, physical structures, stuff like that. So their abilities are, at least on paper, pretty similar as well. I think Torture God has definitely a lot more heart than anybody in the WFA is ever going to be able to experience. So let's see. Let's just hope that Dammer God doesn't blow it. So touch of gloves, because Torture God is a respectful human being, despite him wanting to just completely obliterate every inch of your body. He does have a lot of respect for his opponents. He knows that if they sign that contract, they have a lot of balls. Unfortunately for him, he ends up on the ground already. He went in for a takedown, and Vandermeer's sprawl, despite it supposedly being atrocious, actually was pretty well. Was actually pretty good. So it's just a matter of Torture God's wrestling being atrocious right now. So he has to work on that before he attempts takedowns, and he gets taken down by a Dutch kickboxer. That is pretty sad. So luckily he's able to get up pretty quickly. No damage was done. Ooh, and he lands a huge combination there, but also Vandermeer striking back. Man, this is going to be a hell of a fight right here. This is going to be an absolute war. Body kick there from Torture God. He barely dodges the uppercut, and he lands a nice leg kick, followed by a body kick. Nice jab there from Vandermeer, but Torture God is landing heavy and often with that 1-2. That is a beautiful hook as well. A beautiful right straight there, and followed by a leg kick. Torture God's, he's really using his striking a lot better in this one. He's exposing Vandermeer's holes. You know what I'm saying? Pause. I mean, he's finding his opponent way more often in terms of getting in and getting out, not getting hit. So far so good. He's also really doing a big amount of damage to Vandermeer's stamina with a lot of those body kicks. So if he can keep this up, then it's looking pretty damn good. That's a beautiful jab there. Ooh, he went for the takedown, but he just didn't reach in far enough. That's classic Dutch kickboxer, not going after it. Torture God, meanwhile, he's still swinging. Ooh, that's a beautiful combination. He ducked into it, too. Beautiful. Torture God is looking really, really good in this fight. That's a beautiful counter hook there from Vandermeer, though. Meanwhile, Torture God, he ends up on top, but he does a smart move. He gets the points for getting the transition, but then he immediately gets back up where he is being pretty dominant. If I have to be honest right now, Vandermeer, he's cut up under that left eye. He's taking some damage. Torture God's looking very, very good. So I think this is a very promising round. Look at that move right there. He ducked under it and then landed a beautiful left hook. And of course Vandermeer has no choice but to take him down. Look at the beautiful elbows from the bottom, making him think. That's a beautiful, beautiful strategy right there. Land elbows from the bottom. Make sure he can't be comfortable even from a very dominant position, because Torture God's guard is just non-existent. So it is a dominant position. A lot of guys in that guard, you're never safe. But Torture God's not exactly there. But he is rocked right now. That was a beautiful shot from Vandermeer. But Torture God is not going to be a quitter. There's absolutely no quitting this man. And he lands a beautiful right straight. Beautiful body kick, too. Vandermeer's starting to go to the body as well now, man. That might be a round stealer. You know, I'm not sure because Vandermeer does have a takedown or two. So, it's not easy to score that one. I think Torture God definitely... Oh, that's a beautiful head kick. I was saying, I think Torture God definitely landed the bigger shot. Or, he landed a lot more often. He landed a lot more decisively with a lot more shots. But that one shot really did a lot of damage there. So, that could definitely score it in Vandermeer's favor. Torture God goes for the takedown. It's just not working for him. He needs to work on that big time. That's going to be a huge emphasis, I think, going forward for him. That's a beautiful head kick, and Vandermeer is in trouble big time. Goes for a takedown. He can't secure this one either. Vandermeer survives, but he gets his distance. Torture God knows he doesn't have to rush it. He just wants to torture this man. He wants to basically leave this guy. Oh, beautiful head kick. Look at this. Look at this. The fact that he trods backwards and he lets him recover, that's the essence of T-God. That's what he does, man. He's not going to let just kind of, one punch knock you out. That's not his game. That's another beautiful head kick, but it was just very, very nicely blocked from Vandermeer. Torture God with a beautiful combination. Ducks into that left hook once again. That's his bread and butter. Ooh, that head kick just barely lands with the toes. Hashtag toes, hashtag souls. Oh, look at this, man. Backside, Torture God gets in this sprawl position. He's scoring points. He's not really looking for any specific submissions or anything like that. He's just trying to score points with transitions. And that's another head kick attempt because he knows Vandermeer is susceptible to those. That's a beautiful counter punch there from Vandermeer. He goes for a body shot. Doesn't really land. Torture God doesn't land either. A decent right straight there from T-God. That's a beautiful one. Stumbles him. Lands another one right after that. Vandermeer is in deep, deep shit right now. He is knee-deep in shit creek right now. Torture God is just going after him. That's a beautiful right hook. Beautiful shots, just barely missed. That's a head kick. Ooh, he's down. He's down. He's going to survive, though, because Torture God's going to let him. He gave him that split second to slightly recover. He's going to break. Torture God's I think he's going to go for the finish right now, man. It's getting close. You can feel it. This man's been rocked so many times. He's been knocked down so many times. There's only so much a human body can take. I think it's about to happen. Look at this. Beautiful. Beautiful from Torture God. Goes for another takedown. He still can't secure it. His wrestling is absolutely atrocious, but he's going to go for it no matter what. He wants to show, at the very least, he's interested in learning. He stuffs the takedown himself this time. He ends up in a decent position. He goes to backside. He tries to go for back mount. Vandermeer shows that jiu-jitsu that they teach apparently in Holland. Okay, he's in north-south. Okay, but Torture God still decides to get up. He doesn't want to take any risks. That's a beautiful head kick once again, man. Vandermeer just can't defend it. Oh, it's over. Absolutely stunning performance there from Torture God. Beautiful, beautiful head kick knockout. And there's really not much you can say, man. Like, he looked absolutely dominant there. He got rocked once, but, I mean, from start to finish, there was only one man winning this fight. It was not even close. I mean, those tattoos might throw you off a little bit, but you gotta focus more on the punches coming at you, not the fucking pure torture that is that tattoo as well. So, I believe, Torture God, he's looking good, man. He's looking good. Dan Miragliotta, he's, he's thicker than a Snicker, but he ain't nothing compared to Torture God. That's how fucking big T-God is. So, going to the third fight of T-God's career, it'll be interesting to see. Okay, so we only have one opponent, and he is a grappler with way better stamina, and he does have better health stats, but his striking is pretty significantly lower. But that grappling does worry me. But Torture God is, for this fight, because he's facing a grappler who has those stats, he is, I think, going to go with a wrestling gym. He needs to go to a TriStar type gym. So he's going to go with a nice 4-week training camp, because I think if he wins this one in an excellent fashion, he might end up going to the UFC. And there it is, exactly. Matt Serra, looking for the fights crew, is going to be there. So this is going to be this is a very, very, very big fight here for Torture God. It's important for him to not just win, but he needs to look good doing so. So I believe in him. I think we all pretty much do. And I think Dana White's going to be very, very impressed by what he sees.
White, and we're always looking for up-and-coming talent to sign. Back in the day, I used to scout the world looking for new talent, but I haven't done that in years. I'm looking for the next Ronda Rousey, the next Robbie Lawler, the next Conor McGregor. I'm looking for future champions, and I'm willing to go to any
As they just showed, Mickey Gall, Sugar Sean O'Malley, all these fighters have come from the show. Torture God could be the next big thing.
Talent on tonight's card. A lot of tough fighters. Let's see who really wants their shot at the UFC.
And Dana White said himself, man, he's he's interested in T-God. There's some good fights on here, and I think he's going to be most impressed with the Torture one as soon as he sees what he really brings to the table. Because let me tell you, there's a lot to look into with this man. Now, there's a significant size disadvantage here for Torture God. This guy is pretty damn tall. He's 6'1". Torture God's 5'10", so it's not a huge difference. I mean, we just saw what Conor did to Cowboy with pretty much the same height difference. Maybe Cowboy's actually a bit taller than that too, and the difference is actually a bit bigger. But Walter Lara, this is going to be an interesting one. This is an interesting one. It's a striker versus a grappler. Torture God he's well aware of the fact that a win here will pretty much get him to the UFC without having to go through the Ultimate Fighter and stuff like that. So I think that's a huge, huge thing for him. And you can tell by the way he's fighting. He's fighting a bit more intelligently. He's not going balls to the wall. He's trying to use the jab because he knows his opponent has significantly better cardio. So as he uses the jab, the right straight, he's not going to go and just do some absurd shit early on. He wants to make sure this fight stays pretty close in terms of cardio. Nice body kick to really do a little bit of damage to that liver, or not the liver, sorry, to the left side of his torso. That's going to be a pretty big and important shot there going throughout the fight, I think. A lot of body shots are going to be necessary for Torture God if he wants to keep this pretty even in the cardio point of view. So far, he's fighting very smart. He's keeping Lara, who is the grappler, and going to need some space to shoot him for a takedown. He's keeping very close to him. That's a beautiful left hook. Misses on the follow-up. Walter Lara gets caught by a huge combination. Torture God's just looking crisp with that boxing. It's a beautiful right straight. Stumbles him backwards. Misses with a couple of shots, though. Torture God with a nice body kick. It doesn't really do a lot of damage, but they will accumulate. Nice defense there from Lara. Now, I noticed that he's been parrying quite a bit with that hand, so it is interesting to see that. I've never really noticed that before in this game, and I've played it quite a bit. So, that's interesting. But Lara's covering up pretty well. He gets caught by another body shot. That's a nice body shot right there from T-God. Making sure that the cardio is pretty much the same. As tired as he gets, he's going to make sure that body for Lara is so damaged that he's having a harder time than T-God. So he's really going for it, and he's actually tagging him pretty much everywhere. Ooh, he went in for a huge body shot, but got caught by a great counter strike by Walter Lara. Lara's making a pretty good show of himself, besides being an inferior striker. So far, the fight hasn't gone to the ground. No takedowns have really been attempted, so far it's in Torture God's realm, and Lara's at least doing a decent job. I mean, he's getting tagged up, but he's surviving so far. He hasn't been rocked yet. Torture God got caught by a nice couple of punches there, but that's a beautiful hook followed by an uppercut. That's his combination. That's his go-to move. Another body kick. Nice right hook there from Torture God. Torture God with a nice right hook. Let me tell you, man, Torture God's looking crisper now. You can tell that. Having an actual kick. Oh, head kick. Walter Lara. Oh, look at the taunt, too. Oh my goodness, T-God. No respect. Dude, put your hands up. What is going on with Lara? Oh, his brain is fucking mush. Hashtag mush for brains. And an after the bell head kick there from Torture God. No remorse there for poor Walter Lara, man. He's getting beat the fuck down, man. Torture God's going after him, and oof. What a round. What a round there from T-God. He's looking so good right now. He's looking so good. All right, round two. Will he touch gloves? Hell no, he's going to open up with a head kick. Beautiful. Just an absolutely beautiful first round. If he can follow up like that and, put on a hell of a show there in front of Dana, then, not just showing that he's a good fighter. He's also got that charisma. He's also got that, that trash talk that Dana White absolutely adores. Ooh, that's a beautiful leg kick. A nice body shot once again. Torture God's really mixing up with a head kick as well. Ooh, follows it up with another head kick. It doesn't land. Man, this poor bastard's getting absolutely mollywashed, and Torture God has no respect for him. Look at him. Look at him just shaking his ass off. Look at that. Oh, another right hook. This poor bastard, man. Eventually he's going to go to sleep. Look at Torture God. Oh, my goodness. Look at the charisma just oozing off of this man. Body kick. Torture God. Oof. That's a risky one there from Torture God. He also got caught by a nice counter shot. He has to watch out. He can't get too cocky because Lara still has power. Ooh, head kick. And Torture God continues with the taunting. Ooh, that could have been the one. That could have been the one, but Lara just barely gets out of the way. Stumbles backward. That's a beautiful check kick from Lara. But Torture God continues to put pressure on him and punish him with beautiful combinations up close. That's a nice body shot that really hurts him too. Dude, Lara's in deep, deep shit right now. Look at his cardio as well. This is, oh! Lara with a huge shot. This is not good for Torture God. He's getting a little bit, ooh, look at the shimmy. Look at the shimmy. No fear on this man. No fear on this man. Lara, Lara eats another head kick, man. He just can't defend him. That's a nice body kick, too. Keep him guessing. Beautiful leg kick. Keep him guessing. And the head kick comes in again, but this time Lara blocks it. Luckily for him. But Torture God continues to put pressure on him. Another beautiful head kick. This has to be almost over, man. There's only so much a human body can take. Only so much a human body can take. That's a beautiful right straight there from Lara. Desperate. Look at that shot in Torture God with the knockout. That is a beautiful punch right there, man. Absolutely stunning performance from Torture God. I'm pretty much guaranteeing that he's going to be in the UFC now. I mean, there's only so much that, there's only so long you can hold somebody like this back from, going into the UFC and just absolutely storming everybody in there. And that lightweight division has to be aware of the dangers now. Now, let's not get it twisted, okay? Fighting Khabib early on would be an absolute nightmare for Torture God because of how shit his wrestling is, but I believe full-heartedly that once he gets that little bit set up, Khabib Nurmagomedov has actually absolutely no chance. Walter Lara talking shit, saying he's coming, and it was a fucking lucky punch. I mean, I don't see how a fucking torture fest like that's lucky. So, I mean, I think Torture God, he probably drank his ass off, so he has no idea who that is anyway. New contract, it is official in the UFC. $13,000 per show, $10,000 per win. So, that's not bad at all. That's not bad at all. So, hopefully we don't have the same agent as Cowboy Cerrone making $200,000 to fight Conor McGregor. But that is the story for another day, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.